What's up, friends? Welcome back to my IGTV channel thing where I'm testing it out. I'm trying to break down Instagram posts I've made because my Instagram posts are usually really long, and sometimes people don't read them and just scroll right through them, and then sometimes people want to dive in and dialect, and sometimes they're long and they're deep, but it's still very one-dimensional, you know, emotion or expression because you don't know how they're phrased or how they're said. And so this post right here was from a while ago, and basically it said, one message I'm always working on with high schoolers is to let them know that the battle within you will always be harder than the battle around you. I hope for them to lean into these truths so they can learn to equip their hearts and souls for the true war within themselves. We make money to keep us safe and secure, we build muscles to be strong and protect, we study to be smart, and so on, trying to build our outer strengths and shields. But what usually pleases us on the outside destroys us on the inside. Without proper self-care, reflection, and foundation, we are bound to collapse within. I hope and pray young students can build their strength, truth, and values on who they are and made to be. That their souls were destined with heavenly hands and designed with heavenly hands and a gracious God. That their beauty is boundless in their hearts and stories. And the reason I always try to work with I run a high school leadership academy this summer, which I'm announcing next week about this program that I do every year. It's like one of my favorite programs, and it's 200 high school kids from around the country that get to come to Denver for a week and learn about heart-led leadership and just amazing things, a curriculum we built for the last like 8 years. But that post I made because I want students to know, like, you know, they're scared to go into college or to the real world and to all these different things, and what you go to college for is to prepare you for the real world and the business world, and what you go to, you know, different things is it's always preparing you for the next thing, right? But how often do we really prepare our inner foundations and our inner hearts and our inner souls and our inner struggles? Because like I always say, the battle within you is always going to be 10 times harder than the battle around you, because you are going to have haters, you're going to have negative people, you're going to have judgment towards you, you're going to have people trying to pull you in different directions, and the rest of your life you're just going to have it's a tough world. Whether your car breaking down or you losing a family member, or you're just running out of money, whatever it is, there's going to be crazy things around you the rest of your life, and that's just the truth. But the battle within you, you have to be prepared for that more than any of that, because that's all just distractions. And yeah, they're difficult and tough, and that's like a whole different video series. But I really always want to talk about, like, how do you align yourself? One of my mottos in 2017 at the start of the year, I have like a mantra, and it was alignment is the new hustle. And it was this idea that like everyone's hustling, which is dope. I really love entrepreneurs and creatives and people just like hustling 60-hour work weeks. That's like super exciting. But for me, alignment was the new hustle at that time, because I hustled for so long where I didn't sleep and I just kept creating and traveling, and it just felt like I got out of alignment. And for me, alignment is so key. And the reason I see so many people in depression and anxiety and fear and all these worries and all these things is because they're out of alignment with who they're supposed to be, who they really feel they are. And when your values and actions are values here and actions here, and your identity here and your soul here, there's all these different things that bust us out of alignment. And so as you talk with your family and your close friends, and as you journal and just sit in quiet and like pray and talk with God and meditate, and just like, I always say this reference, but sober your soul. Like this idea of like social media, we get really drunk and off of social media, and we numb all the time. We can numb our pain and our feelings. Like shopping is a way to numb our feelings and emotions, and we on Amazon, we can buy something immediately, get that hit of dopamine and be like, oh, okay. Or get on Instagram, post a picture, get those likes, get that hit of dopamine, and all these different like things that we just like constantly can feed and just numb ourselves. But when you sober that dopamine, you sober all those serotonin levels, and your brain gets sober and your heart gets sober, then you can really sit in quiet and be like, wow, I'm really bad at this. I'm really bad at this. I get frustrated when this happens. One of my trigger words is this. I'm really triggered when someone says this to me. And you start to identify like all these different struggles and just things that you just feel out of alignment. Like, why am I doing this, but I say this? Why am I doing this, but I believe this? And so trying to figure out how to get a good foundation on who you are and how to accept your dark side just as much as you accept your light side. And the beautiful dance that is of just like, I realize for me, I'm very inconsistent sometimes with I don't know. I mean, I have a million struggles and problems wrong with me, but my leadership qualities sometimes don't align with how I really want to be a heart-led, loving, like authentic leader. And sometimes I feel like I drop the ball on that. And sometimes I'm a little too tough love or too intense, or just sometimes plain rude, to be honest. Like I just sometimes like I get out of alignment. And that's because I feel like I'm more dissatisfied with myself than I am with like the person. And so usually when things around you are bothering you more, that's because you're internally bothered more. When you have freedom and alignment and peace within you, and you're finding your purpose and your life and your light and your truths and your darkness, everything else around you just seems like a joke. And I'm not saying like you lose a family member and that's a joke, but I feel like life could either be a comedy or a drama, and we watch so much of dramas that we like sometimes make our life this drama. But like one time my car used to break down like once a week, sometimes 2 or 3 times a week, and I started just laughing at it because I couldn't really just like sit there and complain all the time, but I would just laugh like, oh, here it goes again. And how do we really flip, you know, when someone is bothering us or something is bothering us or haters or judgment or whatever it is coming towards us. And if you're going to create and change and be an entrepreneur, do nonprofits, you're going to get judgment, hate from every side. I've been getting it for 10 years. But basically, anyway, to wrap this up, I thank you guys for watching this. I just want you guys to kind of think about that. What does it look like to have like a good foundation and core inside of you, inside your heart, and just alignment with who you are and who you want to become and who you feel like everyone's kind of wearing a mask, and we talk about this a lot with being vulnerable. But really to remove your mask and be like, no, I'm not a basketball player at my high school. No, I'm not a cheerleader. No, I'm not the straight A student. No, I'm not this college student. No, I'm not like this successful business. Whatever it is, like you're trying to put this mask on and impress people. Try really, really hard to take that mask off, or see what that identity crisis you are, that you're putting yourself in this box is, because there's a lot of fears tied to it. And so thank you guys so much. I love you. I hope that made sense. I just kind of ramble sometimes. This one's a little bit longer, but this video will also be up on my YouTube channel and my IGTV. Love you guys. Check the post if you want to go look at it and read more about it. Thank you guys. Love you. Peace.